What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. For those of you that don't know, Game Theory, one of the biggest channels on all of YouTube, one of the most popular gaming channels, and a really, really great channel. It's a channel that I definitely do like. I've been following, been subscribed to for quite a long time. I think they make really quality content about gaming. They've branched off into other things like film, pop culture, all that great stuff. It's an amazing channel. They made a recent video about the game of the decade, what exactly they think the game of the decade is, and they finally ended up getting down to the top two games, which was Minecraft and League of Legends. They end up breaking down the cultural significance and significance in gaming, just the world impact and amount of impact that both these games have had before ultimately declaring who they think the game of the decade was. And I think it's a video you guys should definitely check out. I think it's a very great video, well researched, well documented, just an amazing video that they made. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check that out below. We're gonna have spoilers in this video and all that stuff, so make sure you've watched that video first before watching this one. Check it out, definitely go subscribe to them, all that great stuff. But today we're gonna be getting into this video, pretty much my response to MatPat, his game of the decade video, and just adding some things onto that. Real quick, I want to mention that I do stream over at twitch.tv/I_am_Germ. If you could check me out there, that would be much appreciated. If you appreciate my content, what we do here on this channel, if you get better at League of Legends from watching me, if you learn anything from me, if you want to support me, my Twitch and my YouTube are the two best ways. Subscribe to the YouTube, check out the Twitch channel. That would be great. I would appreciate that so much. With all that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, in the end, MatPat did decide that League of Legends was the game of the decade for him. And that's crazy, going up against Minecraft, which was a hugely influential game to the 2010s decade. I think MatPat made a ton of great points. Minecraft was insanely popular throughout much of the decade for so many kids, for so many people. It made a huge cultural impact. It was huge in the gaming world. It made YouTube blow up. It's one of the things that took YouTube from the smaller, less popular website that it was into the mainstream behemoth that it is today. YouTube is an insanely large website now, and it's not solely due to Minecraft. You know, YouTube wasn't a Minecraft website or anything like that, but Minecraft definitely helped take it from one level to the very next step, to becoming one of the biggest websites on the entire internet, on the entire earth. YouTube is a monster, and a lot of it is thanks due in part to Minecraft being such a successful game, but also such an amazing community. It built an amazing community. It's a game that was able to make a ton of content. It's a game that people enjoyed so much that they wanted to play it so much, but also sink so much time and thought into building amazing content, amazing communities, all this great stuff. And it really made people just want to consume so much for Minecraft, and that was great for YouTube, watching hours and hours and hours of just content for the game, but also creating amazing content as well. It really took content creation to new heights and new levels in so many ways, not only for gaming, especially for gaming, but not only for gaming, but just all the different avenues and different types of content on YouTube in general. It really pushed the whole space forward. It really was amazing for the entire website. It was to the benefit of so many people, even outside of the gaming community, you know, reap the rewards of Minecraft being such a big thing. And definitely the impact it had on YouTube and on culture in general was a big reason why Minecraft could be considered the game of the decade. One of the most popular, one of the most widely played games, had so much success in its own right. But in the end, he did decide on League of Legends for a few main reasons. Part of the reasons were that what Riot was able to do in the terms of esports. Esports is something that was largely unsuccessful until Riot was able to take esports to that next level, and now we see what Riot and other leagues are starting to do with esports. They're taking it to an insane level. They're creating an entire new industry and being successful in it for the very first time, and that's what MatPat kind of talked about a lot. Also, just like Minecraft brought YouTube to the next level, League of Legends definitely did this with Twitch. There's other games that are really popular on Twitch, but Riot Games had the most viewed Twitch channel in all of 2019, and that's for a reason. Also, League of Legends had the most viewed video game on Twitch for all of 2019, and there's a reason why they've been a just massive growth spurt for all of Twitch. Twitch, you know, kind of did hit another boom with Fortnite in the last 2-3 years. But that would not have been possible if Riot and League of Legends wasn't holding it down and supporting that website long before that, because Twitch was already a decently big thing before Fortnite came around because of League of Legends, and if League of Legends wasn't there, it wouldn't have enabled Fortnite to do as much. Also, I think Riot Games and League of Legends having the free game that was able to still make a ton of money, but be able to be widely, massively distributed because it was free, was also another huge thing with Fortnite. Fortnite was an amazing game that so many young little kids had access to because it was a free game that their parents didn't even have to buy for them. They didn't have to buy for themselves. They didn't have to beg for money or anything for their parents. And Riot Games was one of the biggest companies in creating a free game and showing how successful you can be with that. League of Legends has always been free, but it's always been this game making money hand over fist. When so many console games and other people are so afraid to try that model out, Riot showed just how successful it can be, and I think that was a huge stepping stone for Fortnite, but I think it's also going to be a huge stepping stone for games going forward, showing that that free model with a ton of great content and a very active developer can be very influential. So that was a lot of the things MatPat talked about, the esports and building up of Twitch and live streaming and just building this whole new industry and careers and all that stuff. But there were some main things that I think he left out that I definitely did want to add on. One of these is definitely the fact that Riot has begun franchising in their esports league. I think that is an insanely large story, and it's something that really legitimizes esports in the eyes of so many people. You see NBA franchises, celebrities, all these people getting involved with esports franchising, and that's all because Riot started this. Now you see it in Overwatch, you see it in Call of Duty, you see it in so many of the other new aspiring esports that are coming up, but Riot really did start all of this, and they're starting to make esports and video games more mainstream by getting these celebrities and established brands and established organizations involved, and it's really taking gaming, esports, all that stuff to the next step, both financially and legitimizing it in the eyes of everyday people, knowing that, oh wow, Kobe Bryant's involved with League of Legends, oh, Steph Curry's involved with League of Legends, they're involved with esports, Rick Fox, getting all these people in. That's something that Riot did. Also, like, thinking about things like Fortnite, Ninja getting like Drake involved, and Travis Scott and Juju Smith, all these guys, that really legitimized Fortnite and his Twitch streams and that for a lot of people. And I think Riot's kind of doing a similar thing with League of Legends, and it's really enabling a ton of people going forward. And as they start to see more of these things become more successful, it might be, you know, not until the 2020s or 2025 or something into the next decade where we really see esports take off and go to that next level. And it might not even be League of Legends. It might be another game building off what League of Legends has done. But they definitely cemented and they definitely set up that framework for success for other people in the future in the past decade. And I think that's something that has to be talked about. Also, what Riot is doing in terms of collegiate and high school esports, I think is going to be a huge thing and was a huge thing in the 2010s. People are starting to get scholarships for League of Legends. Somebody being good at League of Legends could potentially be a reason that they're able to afford going to college and setting them up for success for the rest of their life. That is something that people would have never thought was possible with esports, but because of League of Legends, because of Riot Games, they're allowing people to do that now, but they're also creating opportunities for many more people to do this down the road. Also, as the collegiate scene begins to boom and more schools get involved in this, it's also going to continue this trickle-down effect that we're already seeing in high school esports programs. People setting up high school esports teams to not only compete in competitions, but also just foster talent, develop talent, get people to play in a team environment, and that's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It's going to have people be better at the game, get people college scholarships, get people into the college of their dreams, get people who wouldn't be able to afford college into these colleges to set them up for success for the rest of their life, and that is going to be really, really awesome. Also, it's setting up team environments and social opportunities for kids who maybe can't play sports or for whatever reason can't do different extracurricular activities. It's going to really just provide them so many opportunities. So I think Riot has really done amazing things. And while Minecraft was a huge game in its own right and was a very big video game, was very popular with kids, gamers, all that stuff, and did get into the mainstream in some ways and was so influential in building up YouTube and all that stuff, I think League of Legends did a ton of things. And MatPat definitely mentioned a lot of those in his video, but I think there's a few key things that he missed out on, so I definitely wanted to add to that as well. But I pretty much made this video just as a response to his, talking about League of Legends being the video game of the decade as chosen by MatPat and Game Theory. Really huge news, and you know, which is a really big deal. It's one of the biggest channels on YouTube. They're a well-researched, really informative and informed YouTube channel community group, and them acknowledging League of Legends as a game of the decade, I think, is a really big deal for League of Legends, for this whole community. I think something that people are really going to care about and really be excited about. So I definitely wanted to, you know, kind of throw my takes out there, all that stuff. And just mention, as a person who's more into League of Legends, obviously, than MatPat is, and probably some of those guys, what my opinions are from the inside as well, and just some of the extra things that I think really, some of the other things that I really think took League of Legends to the next level in the previous decade. And also that foundation that they've built that's going to set them up for success for this next decade as well. Whereas Minecraft is a very big game, but I think it's peaked for the most part. I don't think it's becoming any bigger or having any more of an impact. I don't see it really taking over anymore going into the 2020s, and I really think League of Legends is just getting started in terms of a game, but also in terms of an esport. And Riot Games itself, with all the games they have planned for the next year, all the things they have planned for esports, all the things that they've already done, and they're going to continue to keep creating, I think it's going to be so influential to the entire world, like the gaming community, but also possibly even society in general, which I think is going to be absolutely insane. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed this. Also subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. We have tons of just off-topic videos like this, random League of Legends videos, but also a ton of content for helping you get better at the game. I want to see you achieve new heights, new ranks, all that great stuff for yourself in Season 10. So if you want to get better at the game, if you want to learn something about the game, definitely subscribe to my channel. Also check out my Twitch. Again, there's another great way to support me and all my content. But hopefully I see you guys really soon in my next video. But until then, peace.